Hi and welcome to JSInHood channel. In the last video, I shown you how to do the simple addition with two numbers. In this one, we will focus on how to do that with unlimited numbers. And this is the best practice and the way you should do that in real life. Let's go back to our editor and adjust our function. Here, where we have our placeholders for parameters, we need to use three dots. This is a spread operator. It means that your function will take all your parameters and create an index array. I name our array args, short for arguments, but you can use whatever name you want. Now I want to create a variable and name it sum, which will represent a sum of all of your numbers you have passed as a parameters. To sum up all your parameters, I use reduce method, which should have two parameters, accumulator and current value. What does it mean? Basically, it loops through your arguments array and does whatever you want with accumulator and current value. After every iteration, step, it updates your accumulator value and repeats an action. Here we have some example. Array with numbers to which we apply reduce function. So how it works? By default, accumulator equals 0. Our action is an addition. After every step, we return accumulator, which equals to old accumulator plus current value. Behind the scene, we have step 0, where JavaScript adding your first item to your default accumulator. You will not see this step if you console log it from your reduce function. On step 1, your accumulator equals 5, as it is a previous accumulator, which was 0 plus previous current value, and new current value is 3. On step 2, accumulator equals 8 and current value is 8. Step 3, accumulator 16 and current value is 6. Step 4, accumulator 22 and current value is 9. Step 5, which happens behind the scene. JavaScript checks, do you have any other items in your array? If not, it takes your accumulator and adds the last item value. After that, it returns a result, which in our case is 31. Let's go back to our editor. So in the end of our function, we return our sum variable. Go back to our browser and we still have our 6. But now, if we add more parameters, let's say 6 and 10, go back to our browser, refresh a page, and we can see 22. Let's call this function again with different numbers. And it works. And again, everything as we expect. It is a very dirty version of this function. We can make it cleaner and shorter. First, as we do nothing with our sum variable before returning, we can remove it and return our applied reduce function straight away. And we can see that it works as before. I forgot to mention that we can change the default value of our accumulator by passing a value you want as a callback parameter. You can see that the result is still the same because, as I said, by default it is 0. But what if we change it to 10? So our starting point is 10. The result will change respectively. Now we have 32 as a result. Let's take 100. You can use whatever you want. You can put even a variable here to make it dynamic. Go back to our browser and we can see 122. I remove this custom accumulator as we just want to have a default reduce function. Second, as we have just one line inside the body of a reduce function, we can get rid of return and curly braces from reduce to make it shorter. I'm leaving a comment, what do we expect in our console? By the way, it is a very good practice to comment your code. Well commented code, easy to read and maintain. It still works the same. The third step is to do the same for our addition function, what we have done for our reduce function. Get rid of return as we have just one line of code inside. And it still works the same. We can test it with random numbers. Let's say 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can see 14 as a result. We can pass just 2 numbers as parameters and it works absolutely fine. One more trick that I like in ES6 is backticks. You can use backticks to concatenate a string and any other types of your code. In this case, you need to take your logic part into curly braces and put $sign before it. So JavaScript will know that this is not a string but a logic part. So it will look like this. Refresh our page and we still have the same result. But now you might notice that the number not blue anymore, but gray, as the rest of your string. This is because you instruct your JavaScript by using backticks to run your logic first, after concatenating a result with the string and print out the concatenated string. That's great! Now we have a totally working function which allows you to make addition operations. Now I will commit my code to GitHub account. You need to remember main 3 commands for Git. Git add, where you add files you want. Git commit, -m parameter, means that you want to leave a custom comment. Git push, you're pushing your files to your Git account. We're done for now. Please subscribe to our channel and see you in the next video.